Take it from me. I know, in spite of the little detainments, disappointments, disillusionments, I get the lucky breaks. I get the signal to go forward. I have delayed long, but at last I get the green light. Those were great words by Lloyd C. Douglas. I want the information you are receiving in the Freedom Series to help you see the green light. I know the real you feels the urge to live in a larger way, to enjoy the experience of real achievement, and yet, at the same time, doubts wander aimlessly in and out of your mind. And questions, always those questions. Can I do it? Do I have what it takes? How do I stir my giant, my genius? How do I release the creative energy to do? Yes, to do the big one. You can begin by thinking about what you really want to do. What do you really want to do? Realize that life is not a practice run. You're not going to go by this way again. This is it. It's important to remember that every time you are tempted to play it safe. Some time ago, I was visiting New York with friends. We were standing in Times Square, and I looked up and saw a billboard that caught my attention. It read, "The person who has the most toys when he dies is still dead." I had to laugh. It's so true. Now, you might be thinking, that is a cute line, but what's the point? The point is not the toys. We don't do things for what we get. We do them for what we become. Everything you own at the time of your death is going to belong to someone else. But what you are is yours forever. You might have everything you want, but I can assure you that you have not become everything you are meant to become, everything you are capable of becoming. We're here to grow, to find out just how much of ourselves we can bring to the party. Dig into those deep reservoirs of talent and ability you possess. Find out what you are capable of doing and absolutely refuse to let your old conditioning control you or your way of thinking any longer. The idea that is capable of transforming your life, that dream that slides into your consciousness when you're enjoying a quiet moment, the big one, the big one, sits there in the depths of your mind, waiting to see the light of day. Step out right now and do it. Turn a spotlight on it so all the world can benefit from its beauty. When you begin to talk to other people about the big one, make certain you are talking to people who are moving in the direction you're moving. Don't talk to the naysayers, the person next door, or Uncle Harry who wants you to play it safe. You don't want to play it safe. You want to get right out there and live on the edge, where you must bring the best of yourself to the surface. Personal experience has taught me that committing to execute the big one requires courage. At times, a lot of courage. But I have learned the possibility of success increases dramatically when our courage is not blind, when we have courage that is based on understanding. We could begin by understanding what it is that causes all those naysayers, the person next door or Uncle Harry, to play it safe rather than go after the big one. They had dreams. What happened to their dreams? Why does anyone settle for living in such a little world? This follow-the-crowd group has courage, but it is shallow, it's hollow, it's weak and blind. It will not stand up to the test of discouragement, disappointment, and defeat, which are always part of the toll we pay on the road to freedom. This brings us to the subject that is probably one of the most important you will ever learn in your entire life, a concept that less than 5% of our population comprehend. It could and should be taught to a child with the same importance, and at the same age, we begin to teach them how to walk and talk the various languages that they willingly and eagerly grasp. Lack of understanding of this important concept has ruined many young lives by distorting their budding young self-image and causing the concept of inferiority, lack, and limitation to be accepted as a very real part of their lives. This looming imaginary demon I referred to as the terror barrier. I strongly urge you to listen to this message a number of times. Listen very carefully.